Hi, I'm Laura Buonadonna, and I'm a preschool teacher at Deerfield Elementary. I've been teaching preschool for 16 years, and I wanted to give you an idea of how we set up our small group. We have in our classroom kids who are 2 turning 3 all the way up to 5 years old. They are mixed. So sometimes it's a challenge when we go to plan our small groups, regardless of the curriculum that your district follows. We are currently implementing Teaching Strategies Gold for our assessment piece, and we use Connect for Learning as our curriculum. That being said, you have to modify for most groups because of the ages. So in my room, I have 4 small groups, and I do them by color. And each student has their picture card because they also, when they're done with us, they'll transition to center time by taking their picture card. And a lot of times my lessons, if I have someone who's struggling with a particular skill set, if I need to switch someone, these groups are not set in stone, but most days this is what we stick with for now. My blue group are my kids who are getting ready for kindergarten, so you'll see how I scaffold that in a moment. We also do a lot of prep work ahead of time for all of our lessons. To give you an example of what you're going to see, my group is going to be doing a science experiment. We're going to use baking soda and vinegar. We're going to be pouring that into the cup with food coloring, and we're going to make exploding pumpkins. Then they're going to draw about it. They're going to do that with my teaching student. My independent group, we have a light that we use over there, so they know when that light is on and they're at that table that they can't interrupt me and they have to solve problems amongst themselves. They will each have a letter on a tray. Everything is set up ahead of time, so there's no waiting. They each will have the letter. They have to put the bingo chip on the different letters. They will have a magnetic wand. When they're done, they can clear up their chips and move on to the next letter. They're the independent group, so they do not have a teacher at their table, but they are near me. My aide is going to do shape matching, and she has all the shapes cut out, and they will be doing matching with bean bags, and they'll be doing that activity on the carpet. They will be using a table that day. My group is doing musical numbers. We are going to set at the table. I will show them a number when the music stops. My lower kids, which will start off in this group, they will have the ability to make tally marks or dots to represent the number. If they don't recognize the number, they can count the dots. If they don't recognize the number or have trouble counting the dots, we can slide beads and do it one at a time for that hand over hand for them. When it switches for my independent group to then clean up and come to me, they will be doing the same activity. However, they will be writing the numbers, and we can even do addition, and we can scaffold it to make it higher for them. The key is to have a lot of backup materials. We use what I call as a small group cart. We always have busy books. We have Play-Doh. We have Play-Doh mats, fine motor things with Legos, more drawing. We keep these carts at each one of our small group tables, so if you have a student who needs extra manipulatives or they're finished before somebody else, we always have that, so there's no downtime. We also use a lot of visuals in our classroom. We have, to remind them to sit, remind them to listen, remind them to look at their teacher, raise their hand if they have a question, or if it's my turn to talk, I'm talking. We use them. We also give out smellies with different scented chapsticks to put on their hands if they're doing a good job. Lots of props and lots of visuals to keep them engaged. Then when they are done their small group activity and clean up their materials, we do a quick transition in order to centers. It could be quick subitizing with numbers on plates. They have to identify the numbers. It could be a particular letter that we're working on. And then they take their picture card and they tell me the center that they would like to go and play at. So you will see this on action and see how it rolls out.